Lithgow Drive in Ville Platte, phone 363-1046. Talk to Mike Landreneau. In Whiteville, call Dennis Fontenot at 318-838-2598. Nutrient Ag Solutions, one of the most trusted names in local agribusiness.
Complete weather with Dave Gratian in the Weather Center and state news headlines as the Classic Hits 92.5 KVPI Morning Edition continues.
Brought to you today by Premier Realty of Acadiana.
Acadiana weather.
Well, good morning. Cloudy skies and a windy, rainy day ahead of us as we can see temperatures actually going downhill throughout the day. By about 10 today, we're saying 71. That'll be the high. And then by about 3 or 4 this afternoon, we'll be down to 52 degrees, so quite a drop. 80% chance of rain along with that. Now tonight, the rain should end early and then back to sunshine on Thursday. We'll see the highs tomorrow near 62 and then great the rest of the week. That's your forecast from the KVPI Weather Center. I'm Dave Gratian.
Governor John Bell Edwards intends to keep Louisiana's face covering requirement firmly in place, even as several states have shed their mask mandates. But the Democratic governor announced on Tuesday that he is ending many other coronavirus restrictions for businesses. Customer limits on bars, restaurants, salons, gyms, malls, casinos, and other non-essential businesses will be removed, though they'll be required to use social distancing. Direct table service will be required at bars, but an 11 p.m. alcohol curfew will end. The changes represent the fewest restrictions for businesses since the pandemic began. The new rules start today. Local officials could choose to enact tougher limits. The federal government is postponing new rules designed to keep endangered and threatened sea turtles from drowning in some inshore shrimp nets. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration says it's also considering whether to expand the rules. NOAA Fisheries said Tuesday that coronavirus pandemic restrictions limited in-person workshops and training sessions. So instead of starting Thursday, the new rules will take effect August 1st. The rule requires escape hatches for sea turtles on skimmer trawls put by boats at least 40 feet long. NOAA Fisheries says it's also reconsidering whether to require them on smaller boats and whether unspecified additional rulemaking is warranted. Louisiana authorities say a woman accused of setting fires told investigators that she and her boyfriend were trying to get rid of snakes. The Department of Agriculture and Forestry said Tuesday that 34-year-old Robert Lee Ramirez of Leesville faces 2 counts of arson and remains at large. A news release on Monday said 34-year-old Laura Ashley Lee of Leesville was released on a $3,500 bond after being arrested March 18th on 1 count of arson. A department spokeswoman says she doesn't know whether Lee has an attorney who could speak for her.
Are you thinking of buying a home in the Ville Platte area? Finding the right home can be a difficult process. You need an experienced real estate agent to help you with that process. Call Paul Sexsnyder, broker owner of Premier Realty of Acadiana. As an experienced Ville Platte real estate agent, Paul can provide you with the resources you need to make that home buying process easier. From specific Ville Platte neighborhood information to tools to estimate your mortgage payment and buyer resources and articles that will help you through the home buying process. If you have questions about the Ville Platte area, such as neighborhoods, schools, real estate, mortgage information, Paul can help. If you're thinking about selling your home, real estate agent and appraiser Paul Sexsnyder can help sell your home quickly at the right price. Paul's a state-certified appraiser. Don't stress over buying or selling a home. Call Paul at Premier Realty of Acadiana, 363-1818.
The Classic Hits 92.5 KVPI Morning Edition continues with the second edition of the Farm News from the voice of the Louisiana Agricultural Radio Network.
Brought to you today by Swallow Industries at 800 Northwest Railroad Avenue in Ville Platte.
I'm Don Molino on the voice of Louisiana Agriculture Radio Network. Fertilizer prices are up dramatically this spring, increasing input costs for growers. Data from the Department of Agriculture shows prices are up between 17 and 57% since the fall. David Wedmar of Agricultural Economics Insights says while nitrogen often gets the most attention, phosphorus prices are up the most. Anhydrous ammonia and urea are up 37% from the fall. but considerably smaller increases over spring 2020. Meanwhile, liquid nitrogen prices are up only 9% over last year, but 20% higher than last fall. The increase in fertilizer prices means fertilizer expenses are up $29 an acre over last spring, or 30% higher. However, Woodmore notes the increases follow a strong downturn a year ago. Adding prices are up from historic lows and, for the most part, remain well below the levels of 2011 to 2014.
The Tigers are putting another point onto the scoreboard. The runner is coming around and he's heading to home plate. But wait, he's running to the newsstand to pick up the latest edition of Tiger Rag Magazine. I've never seen anything like it before. Tiger Rag Magazine. Tiger Rag Magazine. Tiger Rag Magazine.
Are you looking for the latest in LSU sports news?
Tiger Rag Magazine.
No worries. We've got you covered. Tiger Rag Magazine.
Check this out.
Get Tiger Rag in your rotation. Tiger Rag Magazine.
Tiger Rag.
Find at local newsstands, delivered to your mailbox, or flip the pages on TigerRag.com.
Tiger Rag Magazine covers all things LSU sports.
Wake up with a fresh dish of sports news direct to your email. Tiger Rag Daily. We've got all the LSU sports news you need. Football, basketball, baseball, volleyball, gymnastics, track. We've got it all. Tiger Rag.
LSU Ag Center corn specialist Matt Foster tells Dr. Craig Gotro heavy rains earlier in March stopped the crop from getting in the ground.
Fortunately, farmers took advantage of a stretch of good weather in mid-March and have most of the crop planted.
This time last year, a lot of guys were just starting. Being in that 70-75% range statewide, a lot of corn's in the ground. Despite this weather, we still got some time for those guys to catch up.
Many farm commodity prices have been trending higher, including corn. Foster expects to see a bigger corn crop in Louisiana.
Compared to last year, we're going to see a pretty good bump in corn acreage. The markets are good. Everybody's pretty optimistic about corn this year.
Getting corn planted in the optimal window gives producers the best chance of having a high-yielding crop. This means growers need to be finished planting by mid-April.
Last year, the state average was around 180. It really depends on the ground, on their yield goals, what yield potential they have. You got some farmers pushing that 200 bushel. They'll be in the 230 range.
I'm Don Molino on the Voice of Louisiana Agriculture Radio Network.
Swallow Industries in Ville Platte has been serving our area more than 50 years. For all of your drainage and irrigation needs, you're invited to see Chad Swallow and team of professionals for quality irrigation and drainage projects for the industrial, municipal, and irrigation markets, serving you since 1962. Your headquarters for PVC pipes and fittings, corrugated metal and corrugated plastic, culverts for home and farm use. Swallow Industries offers fittings that work as designed, the best quality control available today, and friendly, honest customer service. Phone 363-2519 for all of your irrigation or drainage needs for farm, industrial, business, or home. Swallow Industries, dedicated to manufacturing high-quality PVC fabricated fittings, offering you the most economical fittings made. Call Chad Swallow at 363-2519. Swallow Industries, 800 Northwest Railroad in Ville Platte.
The Morning Edition continues with CBS Radio's Inside Edition with your host, Deborah Norville.
Brought to you as a service of Ville Platte Clinic Pharmacy.
Shot to death in a fit of road rage. I'm Deborah Norville with the Inside Edition Inside Report. Ryan and Julie Eberly were just 3 hours from reaching their vacation destination when a driver fired several shots into their car where Julie was sitting.
Oh, God, shot into my car. My wife shot into my car. Yes, my wife is shot. She's bleeding badly.
Ryan was changing lanes on I-95 when cops say he got close to the other driver.
My wife yelled out my name. The passenger window in my car was shattered.
The mother of 6 was rushed to the hospital, but they couldn't save her. Police are still looking for the suspect, but they have identified his car. From the Inside Edition newsroom, I'm Deborah Norville.
With no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts and an app that lets you bank anytime, anywhere, choosing Capital One is like the easiest decision in the history of decisions. That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
When your doctor gives you a prescription, make sure you tell him or her to call it in to Ville Platte Clinic Pharmacy, 363-0941. Ville Platte Clinic Pharmacy is locally owned by Angie and Paul Scheck-Snyder. Sometimes when we get new medicine, we have questions, but we don't always ask about it. Well, you should, and Angie and her friendly staff want you to ask questions to them. They also accept Medicare, Medicaid, and most insurance prescription cards, and they offer you free delivery service within a 15-mile radius. Medicare Part D can be very confusing to some people. If you have any questions concerning your Medicare Part D, don't hesitate to ask any of the friendly staff questions you might have. And remember to compare prices. It's your choice of which pharmacy you choose. Compare and choose Ville Platte Clinic Pharmacy, 505 Jack Miller Road, phone 363-0941, dedicated to your good health. For more than 75 years, furniture shoppers in our area have been trusting and shopping at Brown's Furniture Showplace, with 4 locations located in Ville Platte and throughout southwest and central Louisiana. Check out their full line of home furnishings like famous Lazy Boy recliners. You can choose from more than 100 famous name recliners, always in stock. A complete bedding showroom that features such famous lines as Tempur-Pedic, living rooms, dinette sets, occasional pieces. They offer special financing terms to fit your needs. Express delivery service is available in Ville Platte. Come in and visit with Jamie and Kenny at their location on Tay Cove Road in the Highland Park Shopping Center, with additional locations in Eunice, Opelousas, and Alexandria. It's a family operation with Jasper Fontenot and his 2 sons, Jody and Jamie Fontenot, and they'll treat you as a member of their family, where their number one goal is a satisfied customer. At Brown's Furniture Showplace, Ville Platte, Eunice, Opelousas, and Alexandria.
This has been your 7 o'clock news in English, and now it's time for your 7:30 news in French with Mr. Charlie Manuel.
Merci. Les nouvelles en français va venir à la minute. Mr. Arnaud Charlie avec vous. The Winners Flooring and Paints à Eunice. Ils sont à 1400 West Laurel, Suite B. Ça, c'est juste en croisant du chemin de Ordway Funeral Home à Eunice. Vous pouvez regarder pour gros sign. Vous allez trouver la place et vous pouvez visiter avec M. Dale Swallow, le propriétaire. Lui, il a des années d'expérience pour vous servir. Ça fait, lui, il connaît exactement comment moyen le cas. Lui, son staff, peut vous dire une chose. Ça peut dépendre de si on donne. Ils vont vous donner le meilleur service et des prix et des sélections. Et c'est tout valable de notre territoire. Comme ça, tu peux regarder pour des pommes dans des tiles, des carpets, des laminate flooring, des hardwood flooring, tout ça, c'est tout valable comme ça va dire avec le Winners Flooring à Eunice. Ça peut faire business avec vous, ça peut le faire en français ou en anglais. C'est des Cajuns comme nous autres. Ça fait Dale Swallow dit de lui, il est paré pour être à votre service, n'importe qui et paré pour dire. Son numéro de phone, si vous avez l'appeler à 337-457-7727. 337-457-7727. Ou venez à sa boutique. Ça, c'est dans la location de 1400 West Laurel, Suite B, à Eunice. À la minute, les nouvelles. Mister, on va vous dire une chose. La semaine sainte est parmi les autres. Et le week-end, jour de Pâques est à peine approché. C'est temps de voir là et planer notre jour de Pâques pour les grandes fêtes à peu prendre place. Et le Teats Food Store, 2210 West Main, est la place pour vous visiter. Ils sont 27 jours par semaine pour vous servir. Ça peut vous offrir des pork steaks. Ça, c'est des Prairie Fresh Boston Buck Pork Steak, N49 la livre. Les jambons bouconnés, le shank Boston, par N19 la livre. Et aussi, vous pouvez trouver, ils ont les boneless beef New York strips, les steaks pour 7 piastres et 77 sur la livre. Et vous pouvez trouver par-dessus tout ça une sélection de les longes de cochon. Ça, c'est le pork loin pour 1 piastre et 99 sur la livre. Ensuite, les hanches de poulet par Tyson. Ah, ça, c'est un bac de 10 livres pour 4 piastres et 99 sous. Tous les pork ribs, baby back pork ribs, 3 piastres et 99 sous la livre. Si vous pouvez trouver les estomacs de poulet séparés, saisonnés, N99 la livre. Et ensuite, ils ont pu vous offrir des saucisses fraîches, des saucisses de cochon, 3 piastres et 49 sous la livre, un rump roast par un Black Canyon Angus, 3,99. La viande moulue fraîche pour 2 piastres et 49 sous la livre. Et la livre va on et on. Et Chris et Luc et tous les employés peuvent penser, n'oubliez pas les œufs. C'est la saison de tenir les œufs et ils en ont un gros inventaire pour vous servir. Le Tees Food Store, West Main, à la vie plate. C'est temps pour les nouvelles. Les nouvelles terminées à vous à travers les compliments de le Savoie Medical Center. Vous connaissez depuis 1950, le Savoie Medical Center peut délivrer le soin de la santé de la meilleure qualité à le monde local et le monde entre du voisinage. Ensuite, 70 ans, le rêve docteur Frank Savoie Senior, est venu quand il avait ouvert les portes de Medical Facility de Congesteur, comme le Savoie Medical Center. L'hôpital avait profité en travers les années. Et ça veut dire qu'ils sont dans une bonne position pour être capables de vous soigner, pour vous mettre back comme vous devrez se sentir. Les professionnels et tout valable. Et ça vous offre pas pour profit, non-profit outpatient facility qui vous donne des services comme le service pour traiter le cancer et toutes les maladies. Ça vous peut vouloir avoir pour peur avec l'intestin. C'est joli ici, ça c'est le Savoie Medical Center à Mamou. Voilà, dans les activités locales, ce matin, le Coaches Pitch Games. Cet après-midi tard va être les Giants et les Dots à 5h15, suivi par la game de Cubs et les Bees à 6h30. Et on va taper Spotlight la musique à l'heure de fin Lefty Frizzle aujourd'hui, dessus Legends 107.3 FM et 1050 AM. Et ainsi, documentary concernant l'histoire de le local team Cotton Bowl football game, c'est titlé comme Flat Town, va être dessus LPB jeudi le 8 d'avril à 7h. Mais avant ça, ils vont être montrer un première pour les films que discussion. Ça va prendre place jeudi. Ça, c'est demain, le 1er avril, à 6h30. Pour RSVP, pour le free virtual event, vous pouvez aller à www.lpb.org/flattown. La 9e Église baptiste va être distribuer le manger demain, le 1er avril, à 9h jusqu'à 11h. Et le Evangeline Community Action Agency Food for Families, Food for Seniors, va distribuer leur boîte de manger en travers un drive-thru pour le mois d'avril. Ça, c'est demain, le 1er avril, à les places ici. Ça sert naturellement et les heures, ça les cité. Et ensuite, vous pouvez écouter le Country Legend, le défunt Jim Brown va être featured demain, dessus Saturité Sapette, dessus 1050 AM et Legends 107.3. C'est le baseball game de la semaine. Sacré-Cœur va travel pour jouer à Pombro, va aller jouer à Brobridge à soir à 6h dessus KVPI FM 92.5 avec l'annonceur Tracy Jacques. Et écoutez, Let's Talk About It aujourd'hui à 12h30 dessus KVPI AM et FM. Donc, on va enchaîner avec les officiels de Cabot Plant. Là, c'est Derek Turner et Mike Sullenthorpe. Ils vont charger concernant le tax, industrial tax exemption, devant le police jury et les autres propriétés, ça, c'est sur le taxing group. Et dans la modernité locale, les services d'enterrement vont être conduits à 11 heures avant midi pour M. Chester Sylvester Jr., âgé 66 ans d'âge, un résident de Whiteville, est mort dimanche à sa résidence. Chester va être enterré à la chapelle de Resurrection à Whiteville à 11 heures. L'enterrement va suivre dans le Chapel of the Resurrection Mausoleum. Monsieur Chester Sylvester Jr. suivi par ses deux filles, Jennifer et Lisa, de la Ville-Plate, et ses 4 garçons, Chet de Whiteville, Ted de la Ville-Plate, Jeffrey de la Ville-Plate et Tim de la Ville-Plate. Il est ensuite suivi par 27 petits-enfants et 36 grands petits-enfants. Les heures de visitation vont commencer à 8 heures ce matin à le Hardware Funeral Home ici dans la Ville-Plate, en bas de la direction de le Hardware Funeral Home. Et ensuite, l'annoncement pour les services pour le jour de Pâques du nom de la Semaine Sainte. Demain, c'est jeudi, le jeudi saint. Les messes de Lord's Supper vont prendre place à 6h30 à Queen of All Saints, à 7h à l'église Sacré-Cœur, avec l'adoration qui va suivre. La vendredi, le 2 avril, le chemin de la Croix va être un peu prendre place. Ça va commencer à 1h, commençant à l'église Saint-Joseph, il va finir en Sacré-Cœur. Ici, les services vont être tenus autour de 3 heures. Un bus va donner la transportation de le parking lot de Sacré-Cœur pour retourner à Saint-Joseph, commençant à 11h30. Le samedi, le 30 avril, c'est la veille du jour de Pâques, à la messe à 8 heures du soir, ça c'est à le Queen of All Saints, ensuite au Sacré-Cœur et Saint-Joseph. Le dimanche, ça c'est un jour de Pâques, le 4, 7 heures et à 10 heures va être les heures de messe en Sacré-Cœur, 8h30 et 10h30 à Queen of All Saints, et à 8h30, ça c'est dimanche matin, à la chapelle de Lance-Bélair. Et encore, on souhaite tout une bonne fête de jour de Pâques de tous nous autres ici à KVPI. Ensuite, on a ce rapport de Jill et Robert Stevens de Central Hemp, étaient les spéciaux parleurs à le programme de Rotary Club, ça avait pris place hier. Le couple avait dit à les membres du club ils avaient commencé à user hemp et CBD, des produits pour du mal et des souffrances, disons. Jill avait trouvé le hemp oil et le produit avait aidé à soulager du trouble avec son cou et ses épaules. Le nouvel shop de hemp est ouvert sur chemin de Vidrine, Highway 10, en ouest de la Ville-Plate. Robert dit il voulait être sûr de le monde a connu et a pu accepter l'affaire de leur shop ne va pas vendre du marijuana. Hemp products à part le THC, lève cette occasion le high feeling, ça vient par user le marijuana. Le CBD produits vous offre un tas de bénéfices de médecine. Robert dit que les bénéfices vont inclure aider à dormir et ça va donner du soulagement du mal de vous être souffert. Les produits vont inclure les huiles, les salves, la crème, les bath bombs et les hand creams. Ça veut un passage dans les produits et pas addictif. Ça veut dire ça ne va pas devenir quelque chose de mauvais pour vous. Les deux guest speakers étaient les guests de le Rotarian Peter Suarez. On n'aura plus de nouvelles en 1 minute, mais alors je suis allé encore avec vous pour le Savoie Medical Center. Vous connaissez avoir Medical Center et pas juste un hôpital, ces jours ici. Ils ont les healthcare clinics dans la paroisse. Ici, dans la vie plate, vous pouvez visiter le Ville Platte Family Care à 1014 West Lincoln avec Dr. Francisco Cantu et Jared Huffman, le Family Nurse Practitioner. Vous pouvez les appeler à 363-0075 et dans Basile. Vous pouvez visiter avec le Basile Rural Health Clinic à 1431 Fugely Avenue. Visiter avec Dr. Jason Chambers et Nurse Practitioner Tara Buckey. Appelez-les à 337-432-0200. Là, dans Mamou, vous pouvez visiter avec Dr. John Phil Fontenot et lui, il est de sur Poinciana Street. Lui, son numéro de téléphone est 468-4038. Et tout ça sont tous associés avec le Savoir Medical Center, votre community-owned healthcare leader est located sur Poinciana Avenue à Mamou, 468-5261, Smart Medicine, Healing Grace. Et dedans un autre article de nouvelles ce matin de Leesville, les autorités de la Louisiane disent d'un homme est accusé d'avoir mis en feu, avait dit à les investigateurs de elle et son boyfriend étaient essayé de se défendre des serpents, ça c'était autour. Le département d'agriculture et forest avait dit hier de 34 ans d'âge, Robert Lee Ramirez de Leesville, se figure avec 2 comptes de arson et il reste at large. Il est, on peut le garder pour. Le release de nouvelles, lundi avait dit de 34 ans d'âge, Laura Ashley Lee de Leesville, avait été lâchée sur un bon de 3 500 piastres. Après, elle avait été arrêtée le 18 de mars. Je suis un compte de arson. Ils ont mis en tracas pour essayer de se défaire de leur serpent. Ils ont pu avoir du tracas avec. Et dans cette finale article qui vient de Baton Rouge, gouverneur John Bell Edwards a l'intention de garder les face covering requirements en place, malgré plusieurs des autres États avaient donné la permission d'ôter les masques. Mais le gouverneur, un démocrate, avait annoncé mardi il a pu finir avec les restrictions de coronavirus pour des business. Les clients étaient limités à un bar, un restaurant, des salons, des gyms, les malls, les casinos et d'autres places, des connus comme non-essential business, va être ôté, malgré ils vont être demandés de pratiquer social distancing. Et avec ça, c'est tout le temps pour ce matin, pour une nouvelle pour ce mercredi matin, emmené à vous au travers les compliments de le Savoir Medical Center. Soyez sûr de garder une idée, Savoir Medical Center est là pour vous servir. Les nouvelles du temps vont venir à la minute, Mr. Allons charger avec vous pour Clifton Guillory. Clifton Guillory, Title and Notary Service. Ils sont à 302 South Chautauqua Street, ici dans la vie plate. Cliff dit qu'offenser nous adverser et avoir pour espérer des éternités de temps à le DMV Office. Ça peut venir à sa résidence. Ça, c'est à 302 South Chautauqua. Vous pouvez avoir le service carrément. Il est capable de vous renouveler votre driving license, et renouveler votre ID card, ou handicap card. Il peut faire des billets, il peut faire des donations, des enregistrations. Et les insurance flag, lui, il peut ôter ça pour vous autres, et il est capable de vous donner votre licence avec un reinstatement. The Guillory is title et ensuite Electronic Lien et Title Provider pour les banques. Il est ouvert 8h à 5h, lundi au vendredi et le samedi jusqu'à 12h. Il est un bon de l'État et il peut accepter Visa et Mastercard. Appelez M. Clifton Gilroy à 506-3957 et vous peut dire vous allez être bien traité et bien soigné comme vous allez dire avec Clifton Gilroy. C'est temps pour les nouvelles du temps. On change les odages de tonnerre avant 1 heure. Là, ça va continuer entre 1 heure et 4 heures. Et là, après ça, on peut avoir toujours la possibilité de les orages et les orages de tonnerre. Les températures vont monter jusqu'à 73 degrés, ici à 11 heures avant midi. Là, les températures vont commencer à tomber jusqu'à 55 degrés, disons le restant de la journée. Les vents du sud, 5 à 10 000 à l'heure, ça va changer au nord, 15 à 20 000 à l'heure après-midi. Les vents pourraient souffler aussi haut de 30 000 à l'heure. La chance de la pluie, 80%. En soir, on peut expecter toujours des orages avant 7 heures. Autrement, ça va être un temps couvert. Durant l'avant-midi tard, là, ça va graduellement s'éclaircir. On peut expecter le plus bas taux de 40 degrés des vents du nord. Et la chance de la pluie, ça c'est à soir, 60%. Là, demain, ça nous donne du soleil, le plus chaud 61 degrés, les vents du nord-est 10 à 15 000 à l'heure. Demain en soir, temps clair, le plus bas 36 degrés, les vents du nord-est 5 à 10 000 à l'heure. Là, vendredi, il y aura peut-être la possibilité, écoutez bien, la possibilité de un petit brin de la gelée avant 8 heures. Areas of frost avant 8 heures. Autrement, ça va être un temps clair. Le plus chaud, 62 degrés des vents du nord-est. 5 à 10 000 à l'heure. Vendredi au soir, temps clair, le plus bas, 39 degrés. Samedi, on expecte du soleil. Le plus chaud, 68 degrés des vents du est. Samedi au soir, en place couverte, avec le plus bas, 47 degrés avec les vents qui va être calme. La dimanche, le jour de Pâques, un temps, s'appelle pour un temps clair, mostly sunny, 72 degrés avec les vents du est. Le dimanche au soir, toujours un temps clair, le plus bas va être 51 degrés. Ça semble pour le week-end. Ils ont bien donné la possibilité du soleil. C'est des bonnes nouvelles. Et avec ça, ça a été les nouvelles pour ce matin. Et c'est 10 minutes avant l'heure de 8 heures. Et c'est une heure pour la tasse de café.
Do we have to spell it out for you? KVPI FM Ville Platte.
It's my music, it's my station.
It's how we spell classic hits. Acadiana's greatest hits. Classic Hits 92.5 KVPI.
All right. Bonjour, mes amis. Comment ça va ce matin? C'est mercredi. Mercredi matin, ici, sur la tasse de café. Bonjour à tous vous autres. Souhaite tout est bon avec vous autres. Et souhaite vous autres pour rester tune avec moi et Charlie. Ça, c'est Mike ce matin avec Charlie. On sera ici à ce qu'on a 9 heures. Ça fait donner les autres un phone call. On aimerait parler avec vous autres. Et on aimerait connaître qui c'est vous autres pour brasser. Peut-être pour le fin de semaine, sur le fin de semaine de Easter, jour de Pâques. Ça fait, hier, on a eu un tas de phone calls pour connaître toutes sortes des affaires, comment tu dye the eggs, comment tu dis ça en français. I'll have to ask Charlie that. About dyeing the eggs and then what's the tradition. So anyway, give us a call. We'd love to hear from you at 337-363-2124. So anyway, let me see here. Today it's not my regular day, but I came in to give him a hand right here. So anyway, I'm here kind of confused this morning, but let's get started here. Hello, yeah, if you want to give us a call here, if you want to listen to us at classichits92.5.com, that's on the computer if you want to listen to us, or kvpionline.com. Sales, phone number 605-472-9017. And we're here 5 days a week, so give us a call. We'd love to hear from you. I don't know if I can find my paperwork here. I'm kind of confused this morning, but we're going to get it. All right. Let's see our sponsors for today. Blake's Pharmacy, Flat Town Farm Supply and Hardware, Raiders Insulation, Roy Motors, Atlanta Swallow Realtors, Sooner Auto Salvage, Used Storage and Self-Storage, Chester Young Appliance and Furnitures, Jimmy's Custom Mufflers, Gervis O'Connell Upholstery Shop, Unlimited Home Care of Louisiana, Joe Mart Incorporated Industrial Supply and Sports, and Fontenot Physical Therapy. They're the ones that make our sponsors available for us today to have La Tasse de Café. So anyway, stay tuned with us. Give us a call, 337-363-2124. That's the number. So alors, mon ami Charlie, Charlie, I know I'm kind of pushing you, but
okay.
They caught me by surprise this morning, so I'm all mixed up. But we got it. We're going to make it go, buddy.
Mark est correct, nous. En tout cas, vous êtes... Je doute qu'il y a pas rien wrong avec Mark.
Yeah, Mark's fine. You're right. We just need some help. We're redoing the paint. We're repainting the building over here, and a lot going on. So, all right, everything's going good. But anyway, we want to hear from you. Give us a call, 337-363-2124. My phone looks like it got away from me, that Charlie. All right, looks like we might have a call. Charlie, you want to check it out?
We got a call. Let's talk.
All right.
Bonjour, qui t'y parle?
C'est lui qui a appelé ce matin. Bon matin.
Mais ta capola, il est bien précoce ce matin.
Bonjour, M. Floyd. Comment ça va ce matin?
Ça va bien.
C'est bon. How are you?
All right. Je veux causer un petit peu pour ma place de business, naturellement. 700 South Chaitanya Street, just before you get to the railroad tracks. And that's the U-Stort Mini Warehouse Complex, along with the Floyd's Record Shop and the UPS drop-off station. We've got all that waiting for you right there, and we're open from 10 to 4. 10 to 4. We're not closed during the noon hour, 10 to 4, Monday through Friday. So if you have a question about storage, or if you got a question about shipping something out by UPS, or if you have a question about some recording that you'd like to get back from years back, you can get that at 363-2177, which is the one number, and 363-2139 is another number. And they'll be happy to help you out. And when you come by, remember that we're the premier storage facility in Ville Platte with climate-controlled units and non-climate controlled units, and we've got video surveillance throughout our premises. So within any time, how they say that's 724, whatever, anytime day or night that you come by, be sure you smile, because your own candid camera, and it's for the benefit and security of people who store with us. And also, we want to mention that we're an excellent place to find some items, books and music and DVDs and whatnot about the Cajun culture. And one item I'd like to mention today is the Cajun Dictionary. The Reverend Jules Daigle first published the copy in 1984, which is about 36 years ago, I guess. And it has constantly been selling, very popular, and it is one way for the Cajun culture to stay in our families from one family to the next. It could be like an heirloom. If you don't speak the language fluently, but you want to refer to it every now and then for a particular word or something, it's very nice to have. And it is available still at Floyd's Record Shop. And we invite you to come by and see about it. If you want to get the something about learning the language, he also has the Cajun self-taught with book and CD accompaniment. And so if you want to continue the Cajun French language, help in one way would be to make sure you've got a Cajun dictionary in your home. And we invite you to come by and see about it. And let's see, I had something else. I talked to my brother-in-law, Todd Ortego, just recently, and he's starting a movement to get a monument or a marker placed on Highway 190 between Eunice and Basile, depicting the place where the late Ira Lejeune was killed in an auto accident there. They want to do a monument and to honor him, and he's got volunteers that are putting up the money for the monument, but the problem is they cannot find the exact destination of where that accident occurred. Several people have called, said he was near a gully or something, but that was during the time 190 was being constructed, and everybody said that they had left a dance hall in Eunice that night, and they were going home. They were going towards Basile, and there was a flat tire, and he was standing out on the side of the road helping with the tire fixing or whatever, and he was hit by an automobile, and there he died. And they wanted to honor him with this monument. So if anybody in your family or anybody knows or they think they know something about the whereabouts of where that accident occurred, I wish you would maybe call me at the office and leave word. I'll get back to you, and I'll pass this on to Todd. And they're doing their best to try to get a precise location, and then they want to get that monument erected in his honor. He was such a pioneer with the Cajun accordion and his recordings and whatnot, and they feel it would be a very nice honor to do that. But they would like to be a little bit more precise of where the accident actually occurred. In the case of Amédée Ardouin, he was buried in an unmarked grave up in that facility in Pineville, so said, and they don't want that. They want to be able to get a mark closer to where he actually died.
Okay. That's great news. Great news.
Possibly some of our listeners that are listening in.
What I'm thinking, maybe somebody might know of someone who knows or heard about it. They check with the highway department, but they don't keep records for 5 years. In accidents and whatnot, State Department, state police records, I think. I suggested they go back and try to find some of the old issues of maybe the Eunice News or something that might have some kind of a deal. They may not have the exact location, but a more of a close proximity to where the accident occurred.
But Floyd, what year was that?
It's quite a few years back, I know.
I remember hearing the story a long time back.
I was working at Giordano's back then, so that was before I worked for KVPI, and because that was a discussion that morning, and whether it was a Saturday night and it happened, then they talked about it Monday morning because the store was closed Sunday, or if it was a Friday night and they talked about it Saturday morning. Accident had occurred, but that was the story back then.
Okay.
And anyhow, I think it's a worthwhile venture, and I just wanted to pass that on in case some of our listeners might have some description or some idea of the approximate location. Maybe he was not too far from so-and-so's house that was on the highway or something. That might help them to get a little bit more precise of a location to put that monument once it gets put up.
Absolutely. We certainly wish Todd the best of luck.
We'll just say, anybody has anything to do or say about this, call you.
Yes, they can call the office and leave word, and I'll get back to him.
That'd be fine.
All right, I got un petit compte ce matin.
Oh, yeah?
J'ai vu une affiche l'autre jour dans un papier. Un homme avait perdu son chien. Et l'affiche disait chien perdu. Et il aisait à
identify.
Comment pas dire ce matin. Il est aisé à trouver parce que il marche dessus 3 pattes.
Oh.
Il a une oreille qui manque et il voit juste dans un œil. Et il a été castré deux semaines passées.
Oh,
Mais si tu le vois, il aime beaucoup le monde. Tu peux l'appeler, son nom est Lucky.
Kit mon disait, check the dog pound. That might be where he's at, pauvre chien.
Mais Floyd, moi j'en ai un pour toi ce matin.
All right, ça c'est tout pour ce matin.
Floyd, moi j'en ai un pour toi ce matin. Il y a ce boxeur là, qui a été visité. Il avait un dame et elle avait 2 jolis chiens dans la maison avec elle. Elle dit, madame, elle dit, qui c'était le nom de tes chiens? Mais elle dit, ça c'est bien simple. Elle dit, un c'est Rolex et l'autre est Timex. Mais il s'est mis à rire. Mais il dit, c'est des noms des montres. Mais elle dit, toi, mon fou, elle dit, c'est des watchdogs.
There you go. There you go.
All right, Charlie, you got one on me there, bro.
All right, Floyd, merci beaucoup.
All right, plus tard.
Bien, merci, Mr. Floyd. All right. Oh, Lucky.
Allons voir si on peut arriver à notre mot du jour.
There you go, Charlie. There you go.
Screw. S-C-R-E-W.
And vis, peut-être?
And vis.
Okay. All right.
All right. And when you're going to screw something.
On visser?
Visser. Yeah, you're on the right path.
Okay.
How about a screw bolt?
Un boulon? No.
Oh, you're 100% this morning.
Okay.
Okay, how about a screw hook?
And croche? No, I don't guess.
Crochet.
Crochet. That was close. There you go.
How about the screw threads?
No, I don't know that one, Charlie.
Oh, that's tado.
And caro?
Tado.
Taro. Okay. All right.
Yeah, how about that, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, how about a screwball?
Oh, ben là, I don't know.
And I've been called that a few times.
I've been called that, but...
Imbecile.
Yeah, oh, there you go. And couillon, all right.
How about a screwdriver?
Oh.
Now, you should know that.
I should know it,
you,
but
you handled a screwdriver all your life.
I always call them screwdrivers. I had a left-handed one and a right-handed one. I don't know. I don't know, Charlie.
Un tournevis.
I didn't know that. That's good.
Yeah, that's
tournevis, yeah.
Un tournevis.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. I just never called it that or heard that, but okay.
Okay. How about screwy?
Screwy?
Screwy. S-C-R-E-W-Y.
Mm-mm.
Well, il est drôle.
Yeah.
Ou il est fou. Ou il est imbécile.
Well, I kind of thought of that, but I didn't know that was the definition.
But we're going to stop there before we get in trouble. That's our word of the day.
All right. Screw and vis. All right, Charlie, we got a phone call, I think.
All right. Et bonjour, qui t'y parle?
Hello, comment ça va ce matin?
Bon,
hey, comment
bon.
ça va, Mr.
Good. How are the gens?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Mr. TJ.
He was playing the Saturday night at a place in Eunice called the Green Wing.
Uh-huh.
He said, I know that is because the Green Wing at the time was being run by my godfather, René Sleboeuf. And he was playing with J.B. Fusier.
Okay.
Fusier played the accordion, and he also played the fiddle. And he had played that dance that night at the Green Wing. And I want to say it's either at around the Bay of the Cane in St. Landry Parish or Bay of the Cane across, which is Acadia Evangeline Parish.
Okay.
So, and that's the story I always heard.
Yeah.
Do you remember about the year?
I was a young boy at that time,
right.
woman, you know.
So more than likely,
Tell you what, and Mr. Floyd hit the nail. They could probably get that from the Eunice News because they keep files from as far as they can, and it was called the New Era at one time too.
Yeah.
So the reason I know that too, my boss was the owner of the New Era at one time, and that's the story I got. They said he got out on. He was like everybody knows he couldn't see it hardly, and he went around the car and he got hit by a car.
Wow!
But I want to say it was around the Bay of the Cane, you know,
somewhere around there.
So that's my story.
All right.
I thought of you when he was telling us that. I said he might give us a call.
Yeah.
Might know something about it.
TJ, I have a question for you.
our Legend played at a place club, the Club 26, which was the old Highway 26 at one time instead of 13.
Right.
Okay.
And he played quite a bit there, too, because I remember as a little boy, back then you could go to the dance with your family. My daddy was a flow bouncer.
Yeah.
And I would go with him, and I've seen Ari play there.
I went with mine a couple of
It has
times.
the Green Wing, which is on the, there's a tobacco thing now on the, just when you turn on 8th Street going west, it was on the left-hand side.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Right where the Valara is, I think, today. Yeah.
All right, somewhere in that area.
Well,
right there.
Charlie has something for you.
I want to ask you a question. You live on the corner of this street and that street, right?
Where at, sir?
Okay. What color is your house?
Listen, you come down 8th Street. When you don't cross the track.
Right.
You're going to get to the last street when you're getting towards the track. It's called Bakioke.
Bakioke? Yeah, you turn left.
Bakioke.
Okay.
When it's right, don't pass through your lumberyard because you've gone too far. That street on the left-hand side, you turn and go one block and I'm facing north.
Okay, you got the white brick house.
You bring me some money if you come.
Look out.
Well, someone was asking, they wanted to go deliver you something, so they were asking me. I said, I'm not sure. I said, he lives on the corner, that's all I know.
Okay, guys, let somebody else talk. They might know more than I know.
Well, we appreciate the input, though.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Merci.
All right, well.
All right, and then let's see, we're going to talk now about our sponsors.
Absolutely, Charlie.
They're the ones who are making this possible.
That's right, that's right.
We're going to talk about Roy Motors in Opelousas. You know, Roy Motors is your Chevrolet dealership in this area on here. And the Roy family